Hello, and thank you so much for joining us for this Lessons in Leadership playlist. And joining me today is Maria. Maria, thanks so much for taking time to be with us. I want to just jump right in. Leadership can be full of challenges, and sometimes those challenges give us the opportunity to learn really valuable lessons. Can you talk about a time when something maybe didn't go quite as planned on your leadership journey, how you managed it, and then what valuable lessons you've learned from the experience?
Yeah. Thanks, Carrie, and thanks for having me here. The most recent example is one where I really thought, man, we knocked that project out of the park. It was a huge success. It was the second year of a campaign, and we had increased numbers and in every metric you could imagine, more donors, higher open rates, more first-time donors. And so it felt like such a success. And it took a few months, and I got some feedback that I wasn't expecting that when we were rebuilding all the creative, which was a big part of my role, we rebuilt the creative, launched it, and we had a stakeholder group of folks, peers on campus, and they were our sort of consulted group, if you use the RACI model, and I had some leadership colleagues, leaders above me, and we interacted with them, and what now I can see in hindsight was an informed model, thinking that they were informed. And learning down the roads, they really wish they had been consulted and had more input earlier in the process. And so it was a surprise and it was a challenge to hear, but it was a real moment to stop and say, okay, well, how am I going to grow from that and take that feedback and think differently about how I move through projects in the future?
And I think something that you really hit on that was important is this notion that, something can be both a success and a failure at the same time. You hit on this idea that across a lot of metrics, it really was successful. And so I think one of the things that you really hit on that I liked is this idea that it's so important to look at and assess things from a variety of different angles and approaches. That 360 approach really helps us to kind of see things from a lot of different perspectives. And so it is what it is. It's something that you learn from, and it's going to continue to frame how you think about projects like this moving forward. And so certainly something that everybody who's watching can learn from. Thanks so much for joining us.